The Bible is the infallible in all, and well, in fact it's the opinion of some created and at you this evangelical time, and it's logical since God infallibly inspired human writers while he prevented them from making mistakes on any theme. Is so from there he comes to read the conclusions, for example from the book of Genesis that tells the creation, saying that there is a plot of science to falsify the truth, and so it develops in these circles there, and it influences a part of the Catholicism of theories that the shells that are at the top of the mountains are not due to the drift of the continents that raised the old sea to the top of the mountains, but to the deluge. Had a deluge body is covered the whole earth, as the Bible asserts in the text of Noah. Only there is an objection to this, because there are some unmistakable facts of contradictions of the Bible of small contract adic, but all the same, and even in the New Testament, for example in the story of the conversion of St. Paul. It is given twice in the Acts of the Apostles. In chapter 9 verse 7 it is said that the men who accompanied St. Paul stopped, but stupefied he hears all the way, but he did not see anyone, while the same story chapter 22:9 says that people who were with me turns the light, well, but he will not say the voice of the one who spoke. Then what is it for the Catholic Church? And well, it's simple. The Catholic Church says that the Bible infallibly says what God meant, but only on a particular area that matters for God's salvation. That means how to go to heaven. What is the sky is still you have to be careful. The fullness of the explanation is given by Jesus in the four Gospels, while in the Old Testament it is infallibly the way by which God nearby the men, the affine ones, to gradually prepare them for the revelation of the plenary truth that will come by Jesus. Is therefore in a testament no one claims to reveal definitive truths concerning the doctrine of salvation. Is this the St. Thomas Aquin of great doctors of the Catholic Church explain it since the Middle Ages? He says this in the Truths chapter 12: to the question of all things revealed in the Bible whose knowledge can be useful to salutes, so are matter of this prophecy, while the things that does not concern salvation are alien to this matter. Is commander, citing St. Augustine, who says it's true that the writers of the Old Testament sometimes wanted to talk about areas like science, but the Holy Spirit did not mean by their mouth that what was useful for salvation. And well, this Catholic conception it allows to get out of all the problems. Take for example the busy Galilee. At least the way do it is said that the Church would have condemned Galilee because it contradicted a biblical text found in the book of Joshua chapter 12 verse 12: I would dare fight, but it is imperative that the fight stops and that the sun shines so that all enemies are defeated. So he took God is saying the Bible the sun stopped at the zenith and the moon too, and there was never a day as long as that day if the sun stops. Says the legend then is that the Bible is wrong because the sun is still and it is the earth that revolves around the sun. Catholic answer: it does not matter, for the salvation is science. Is the field of science is therefore left to science to determine what happens, while the writing she is going to focus on important things like, for example, that the sun is just a creature, and it solves the book problem of Genesis in Chapter 1 verse 12 says this: the earth produced the greenery of the earth bearing only according to their kind, and the trees giving fruit at one evening goblins morning third day. And the next day God said that the sun shines in the firmament and the moon as luminaries to light the night, and the stars as good. In a strict evangelical type of design, that's how it happened. It means that the earth was an Iran star in the immensity of the universe with green plants on it and not yet sun and no moon yet. In the Catholic conception it does not matter the scientific sense of that, it's not the goal. The goal is just to show, and it's important for the salvation, that the sun is only a ball of fire, which is clear that they are warming up, and so he is not a God to whom we must offer sacrifices as did the elders.
Par lequel Dieu purifie le cœur de ceux qui sont méchants, et y compris notre propre cœur, parce que c'est pareil pour nous. Nous partons souvent du mal, avant d'être conduits peu à peu par l'expérience de la vie et l'apparition du Christ à la fin de notre vie, vers le bien parfait. Donc on le voit, l'approche catholique est totalement différente de l'approche de certains évangéliques protestants, qui eux donnent à la parole de Dieu dans l'Ancien Testament la même valeur que dans le Nouveau Testament. Non, le Nouveau Testament n'est pas violent. On pourra opposer un texte où Jésus raconte un conte qui se termine comme ça: « Quant à mes ennemis, dit le roi, qu'on les amène ici et qu'on les égorge devant moi. » C'est en Luc chapitre 19 verset 27. Eh bien, ce texte-là est un conte, une histoire, un conte de fées pour illustrer quelque chose. Jamais cette violence-là, Jésus ne l'a appliquée et n'a demandé de l'appliquer, bien évidemment.